God. Am I live? Hello, hello, hello. Oops. What is up, Sean? I see you, Sean, cover girl. Y'all were so quick. Oh my goodness. Royalty. Y'all know it's too early for me to be camera ready, right? Y'all know it's too early for me to put on my clothes and stuff, right? Y'all know my phone going off early this morning, honey. My phone, look, it's early to me. It's noon. It was 12:47 now, honey. I got up at noon, got my little coffee together, walked my dog. You know, they say I don't walk my dog, but I walk my dog, child. But yeah, okay, everybody's rolling in. Let me give people a few minutes to get on in here so we can talk about this Jussie Smollett situation, y'all. C. Patterson said, don't trust the police. C. Patterson is the long-lost member of NWA. C. Patterson was the ghostwriter for Fuck the Police. Hi, you guys. I am so happy to get y'all all rolling in here. Look, Black Butterfly said he still lied. Y'all already got y'all opinions. Look, y'all see that case was dismissed. Case dismissed. Jussie Smollett then copped the plea and now he free. If the noose don't fit, you must have quit. Jussie Smollett is a free man. Y'all have ran this man all over the internet streets, honey. We. I'm not going to say y'all. We have ran that man all over the internet streets. And now he done put his shades on and he is happy. He is free to go. You know, look, it's on straight from the A this morning. Let me pull this up, honey. Let me pull this up and read these details of what the prosecution done said, what Jussie done said, what his lawyers have said. You know, what I found odd about this, you know, nobody saw this coming. But what I found odd about it was that all of the news media this morning, they were all anticipating some big news from Jussie Smollett about this case. So apparently his lawyer had been, you know, doing what lawyers do, working the deal behind the scenes to get his client off the hook. Basically, he has, look, I'm playing with Hangouts right now, so bear with me because we started this last night on Patreon, but now I'm gonna let y'all see it so we can all look at this together. Oh, look, it's my avatar. Hold on, I'm going to find what I'm looking for. Here it is, right here. I'm going to share it with you guys. Case dismissed. Jussie Smollett. All trial charges have been dropped against Jussie. He's a hot topic for several weeks. He was facing possible jail time on 16 disorderly conduct charges stemming from allegedly staging a phony attack and claiming he was the victim of a hate crime. Prosecutors in Cook County, Illinois announced this morning that all charges have been dropped against the Empire actor. According to the Chicago Tribune, a publicist for Smollett's attorney notified news media issuing an alert on the case, but did not elaborate on the nature of the emergency. Assistant State Attorney Risa Lanier announced the dismissal of all 16 counts against Empire actor Jussie Smollett in court Tuesday morning, today, March 26th, stating, "We believe the outcome is just disposition and appropriate." I cannot speak this morning. "We believe this outcome is a just disposition and appropriate resolution to this case." Moments after Judge Stephen Watkins allowed the dismissal, attorneys for Smollett issued the following statement. Today, all criminal charges against Jussie Smollett were dropped, and his record has been wiped clean of the filing of this tragic complaint against him. Jussie was attacked by two people he was unable to identify on January 29th. He is a victim who was vilified and made to appear as a perpetrator as a result of false and inappropriate remarks made to the public, causing an inappropriate rush to judgment. The statement continues, Jussie and many others were hurt by these unfair and unwarranted actions. This entire situation is a reminder that there should never be an attempt to prove a case in the court of public opinion. That is wrong. It is a reminder that as a victim in this case, Jussie deserves dignity and respect. Dismissal of charges against the victim in this case was the only just result. Jussie is relieved to have this situation behind him and is very much looking forward to getting back to focusing on his family, his friends, and his career. Now, that statement came from Jussie's attorney, of course. The news comes after Smollett pled not guilty at his arraignment on March 14th to the 16 counts indictment of lying to police. He has often denied all of the charges. Smollett, 36, told Chicago police that he was attacked in the middle of the night on January 29th, claiming two masked men shouted homophobic and racist slurs at him, beat his face, threw bleach on him, hung a noose around his neck, and yelled, "This is MAGA country." In the deal, it was a deal now. I have to say that it was a deal to dismiss the case. State Attorney Kim Foxx's office revealed that Smollett agreed to community service and to forfeit his bond. Their office issued a statement saying, after reviewing all of the facts and circumstances of the case, including Mr. Smollett's volunteer service in the community and agreement to forfeit his bond to the city of Chicago, we believe this outcome is a just disposition. So, Jussie is free. What do y'all think? Like everybody's celebrating. They got the Empire Twitter saying, announcing the news. They happy. Look, I don't understand. You said Chicago is money hungry. Lee Daniels probably threatened to stop filming Empire. Y'all still think Lee Daniels got something to do with this? Y'all think Lee still got something to do with this? I don't know. You said there was no plea deal, Ebony. There wasn't. That's what the lady said. So y'all think, let me go over to the TMZ. TMZ said Jussie and his lawyer, Patricia Holmes, just addressed the media, and the takeaway message was simple. He's happy. He wants to get on with his life. Holmes reiterated that this was not a deal. Okay, I see what you're saying. They're saying it was not a deal Jussie struck. Instead, they dropped the charges on their own, and he forfeited his bond voluntarily. He gave them a tip. He gave them a couple 10 G's, voluntarily. It wasn't a deal. Of course not. Jussie thanked everyone who supported him through the case and maintained he's been truthful and consistent throughout the case. He added that he would never put the LGBTQIXG movement through a fire like this. And he also thanked his Empire cast members for their support. TMZ reports, if you're wondering if things will get back to normal for Jussie, he stopped to take a few selfies with fans on his way out. Let's look at this. Hold on. Let me see if I can put this in here. Put this video in here. This is fun. Look, I like being behind the camera. I mean, not behind the camera, but you know what I mean. Let me see. Can y'all hear that? Y'all probably can't hear. Listen up, you
maggots. We're going to take that bunker. Private Lewis, what is it?
Just
it's commercial.
your eyes, sir. I never noticed how blue.
Hold on.
Appreciate every single detail with PS4 Pro.
Hey, everybody. I just made a couple notes. First of all, I want to thank my family, my friends, the incredible people of Chicago and all over the country and the world who have prayed for me, who have supported me, who've shown me so much love. No one will ever know how much that has meant to me, and I will forever be grateful. I want you to know that not for a moment was it in vain. I've been truthful and consistent on every single level since day one. I would not be my mother's son if I was capable of one drop of what I was been accused of. This has been an incredibly difficult time, honestly, one of the worst of my entire life. But I'm a man of faith, and I'm a man that has knowledge of my history, and I would not bring my family, our lives, or the movement through a fire like this. I just wouldn't. So I want to thank my legal counsel from the bottom of my heart. And I would also like to thank the state of Illinois for attempting to do what's right. Now, I'd like nothing more than to just get back to work and move on with my life. But make no mistakes, I will always continue to fight for the justice, equality, and betterment of marginalized people everywhere. So again, thank you for all the support. Thank you for faith, and thank you to God. Bless y'all. Thank you very much.
Do you have any words for the LGBTQ community and the folks who have supported
That I am you, that I stand with you forever.
And they've supported you throughout all of this?
I love them. I love them. I'm one of them, so I love them.
And you've been getting a lot of congratulations today from folks on this day. Yeah. How about your cast members?
They're wonderful. They're my family.
Yeah, and they've been sending you praise and love today.
Everybody's been wonderful the whole time, the whole ordeal.
Well, look, y'all seeing what I'm seeing. I just saw it real time too, honey. Somebody said, "What? The case is sealed?" Okay, the case is sealed. You're in a bad area. It keeps stopping. I'm screen sharing. It's not a bad area. It's because I'm screen sharing from one source to another, and that's just the way it's feeding into the Google. Let me see. You said they don't care about gay black men. You wait a minute. Let me see what y'all are saying over here. I can take some calls if you like. I would love to hear from you guys because I'm of the mindset look, it may not be a deal on paper, but you could trust and believe it was some deals worked out for this situation to just go away and be dropped. Jussie and his attorneys, they worked the system. They actually, what benefited them, in my humble opinion, was that the police was leaking a lot of information before going to court. Like they were, again, using the court of public opinion, as Jussie Smollett just said. You said my internet keeps stopping. Hold on. Let me see what's going on with my internet. Hold on. It was all political D-Deck. Ugh. Wait a minute. Let me make sure I got my situation together here. Hold on. I don't see any windows open, so I should be good. I'm good. It's not my internet. Okay, I'm like, what is going on? I'm not seeing anything stopping. Okay. So, I would love to hear from you guys for a few minutes before I get back to the blog and see what you have to say about this. If you'd like to call in, do y'all want to call in? Because if not, I could just stop right here. Press 1 if you'd like to call in. If you want to share your opinion right now on this Jussie Smollett, if you want to spill some tea, if you want to give me some information, because again, I just got the news just like y'all just got the news. Press 1 if you would like to call in, and I will open the phone lines to hear your opinion. Press 1. Okay, Dante. We have one. Okay, we have a few. Okay. So let me get this number together. 718-362-6360. PIN number is 942-7819. Let me call in. He said some things are wrong. You want to hear
Please
what the
enter your
police have
PIN
to
number.
say? Yeah. I think that's where their case went left. Like, I mean, that doesn't mean that he was
Thank
telling
you.
the truth now.
Joining the
That don't
conference
mean that
now.
he's not a liar. That just means that he got off legally. Yeah, OJ got off too. Y'all see what happened with that. Caller 7044, you're on the line.
Michelle!
Whoa, why are you yelling?
That's how you gonna know it's me.
Oh my God. Okay. I'm awake now, so you woke me up.
Right?
See, no, who is this?
This is Dante.
Oh, hey, Dante. Hey.
You better know my voice by now.
I know
I'm
your
a
voice.
super fan.
Okay, I know everybody's voice, honey. I know everybody's voice. I'm gonna remember it now that you yelled at me. So
Jussie is so guilty. Why in the world are they not pursuing these charges?
I think it may be some police misconduct involved that may, have messed up the case for the prosecution. That's the only thing I could think of because, remember they were giving all these leaks was coming out. They were saying, all these different things before it actually, hit the court or hit the prosecution's desk. They were telling like all of the details of the case. So I think maybe that was a reason why they decided to just let him go. We got a few coins from his bun. So I don't know, what do you think?
I honestly believe that he needs to be held accountable for his actions. I really do. Just because so much was riding on the line with this. I mean, you're talking about the Black Lives Matter situation. You're talking about hate crimes against, the LGBT, X, Y, and Z, LMNOP community. I mean, it's so many layers to this that for this one person to be to think about this whole scam and to let it play out in the media.
So you don't think he needs
to be made as an example. I do.
So you don't think there's a possibility that there's a small chance that he could have been telling the truth? Everybody keeps saying he wasn't lying. Everybody keeps saying that.
These boys, they have too much proof to back up the guy's claims against Jussie Smollett. I mean, you have the check that was written from Jussie Smollett's bank account.
They said that the check was for to help him for gym services, for what I'm saying, to physical fitness. I'm all over the place right now.
Wait a minute. What?
The check was for personal training. The check wasn't for. He didn't write. He did not write in the section that it was for the attack. So basically, because he wrote that it was for personal training, that is what the check was for.
Yeah, sure. I think they need to go ahead and pursue this to the fullest extent of the law. I don't think they should let it go, but I do understand. I get it. I totally understand that it's been publicized so much and has been, rehashed so many times on social media and all the news media outlets. So that's probably why they have to kind of just put this to rest, because can you imagine so many people will have their own impartial feelings? Even if it does go to trial,
so
it wouldn't go to judge trial. It'll probably go to a jury trial, and you'll have a hung jury because you have some people who are just fans and just want him to get off. It's just kind of like the O.J. Simpson situation. Yeah. That's why O.J. got off.
Yeah.
So that's my opinion.
Well, thank you so much.
They really should just go ahead and hold him accountable. But that's my opinion. And
you don't think all of those 16 charges were a bit harsh for? 16 charges, felony charges for.
I think they had to go with all the charges that they could, so that at least 2 or 3 of them can stick to give him some time. He needs to serve some time in jail. He really needs to come with a public apology and say, yeah, this was a hoax, but that went too far.
I don't
That's what
think
he really
that's
needs
not
to do.
that's not gonna happen. Clearly, we just watched the video of him saying, you know, he wants to move forward. There was no apology in any of that. There was no apology in the attorney statement. The attorney statement and his family statement seemed to indicate that they still seeking the perpetrators. Wait a minute, let me pull up the family.
That is the story of a narcissist.
Right.
That is the story of a narcissist.
Look.
That is the ideal story of a narcissist. Look at O.J. Simpson. In his eyes, he has so many fans out there. It put him on top of the... Now, I don't want to keep rehashing that, but everybody know that boy was guilty of killing that woman.
But the same with this. I feel like it's a similar situation. Like, we don't necessarily believe these lies Jussie told. They said they saw Jussie walking back into the hotel or into his condo with the Subway sandwich in his hand and the noose he's loosely tied around his neck. So I mean, if he was out there, you know, kickboxing and doing all that, he kept his sandwich, he kept everything. So I mean, but I guess in this age,
4 o'clock in the morning, come on, and it's like 2 degrees outside, -35.
But in this age, it's kind of similar to the OJ situation. We would prefer to have the police at fault, to say, you know, the police are, you know, they do, you know, all kind of things all the time. And so in that instance, we like, okay, let's free Jussie because he's just a little small fry in the bigger thing that police.
I will agree with you on that. I think the black community looks at this like, guess what? So many people have got hung for things they didn't even have nothing to do. I'm a prime example of that. I just so happen to be in Milton, Georgia. And I got pulled over by the police, and they came up and said, I smell marijuana coming from your car. And I don't even smoke marijuana.
Wow.
So I know how many times black men get hung on things that they don't even do.
Right.
So, of course, you know, some of us want him to go free because, you know, some of us want him to go free because there were so many injustices done in our community. But at the same time, we need to see that this injustice, this situation here is not an injustice. It's really a bad behavior. It is a whiny, sassy sissy that just, and I don't mean, I'm not saying that because, you know, but he's a spoiled sissy.
Oh my God!
Wanted to have his way. He didn't get his way. He didn't get the money that he was asking for. He didn't get the shine that he thought he should have gotten. And that is my opinion. And I don't care about y'all people in the comment section to say I shouldn't say that. I don't care. He is a sissy, entitled sissy that is a narcissist.
Okay.
And he should be held accountable for his actions.
And
you know what?
You have the right to your opinion.
Fix my life, because your whole life needs to be fixed, sir. Your whole family situation. I really believe you're going through some mental issues, and you need to bring it back on in. And your family is responsible for this. The people that are closest to you are responsible for this. Your lover, everybody else that's next to you is responsible for this as well, because they knew what kind of person you are.
Oof. Okay. All right, Dante. You done roasted just down to the ground. Thank you so much for your input today. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Michelle.
All right.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye. Look, yeah, I want to read the family statement really quickly. Hey, binge-worthy friend, come bring me a sandwich. Bring me a sub sandwich in celebration of Jussie. But look, Jussie family issued this statement. They said, while many were quick to rush to judgment before hearing the actual truth, we are grateful that the truth about Jussie has come to light. We look forward to bringing the real perpetrators to justice. So apparently they still out there looking for who did this. Caller 4195, you are on the line.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, Michelle. This is Lillian. I'm calling from Houston, Texas. I'm at my office at work.
Hey, Lillian. I'm in my office too, child. I'm in my office.
I have one thing that I want to say. Okay. Well, actually two. Michelle, when I first heard about you, it was during that whole foolishness with them other people. And at first I thought I was going to be like, oh, I wanted to see who she is because I'm not going to like her. I know I'm not going to like her because all other stuff. When I tell you, Michelle, I am a 27-year-old young lady. And when I tell you, I watch you on a daily basis. You
Aw.
just give so much positive vibes off that it's just amazing. And I have always talked about doing things with my, I work at a school, so it's mostly always you live by a schedule. You have made me be out and be like, let me go do this. Let me do that. Like, let me be a little bit more. But sorry, I just always have to.
Oh,
I
thank
always
you.
wanted to tell you that.
I appreciate you.
But with the situation, I do kind of believe he did something, but it's no proof there. So it's kind of like, let us. I feel like they did this on purpose. They did all that, gave us all the information so we can hate our own people.
Ooh.
And it's kind of like one of the things what stays in our house. Like, we know he did something, but come on, let's just move on and keep it pushing. That's how I look at it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was a lie. You know what I mean? It was a lie.
Yeah,
And
it was a big one.
I think there are a lot of people out there that are still kind of upset because it's like, A, you made Chicago look bad. You know what I'm saying? B, you got people walking around like thinking that these racists are running around in MAGA heads looking to lynch black people, and C, and gay people, excuse me, black and gay people, and C, like you pretty much, like, I don't know. I just feel like it's you got on TV and said all of these things, and like people broke down your entire story. Did he lie? Is the story still the same? Will we hear from him again saying on Good Morning America, telling us that entire story again now that he's free to go? So I mean, the family is saying the perpetrators are still out there. So we need to find who did this, since Jussie didn't.
Right. And you're right. And then even with my babies that I have, that we talked about it when it first happened, because we are in the heart of Houston, Texas. So it's kind of, the hood side. And we were talking about it, and it was just like a slap in my face, because the boys were like, yeah, you see how they do. And then you come back and that first thing they did, they came in the classroom saying, did you see that? Did you see that? He told a story. I just was like, oh my God. And we talk about this all the time. It was just, mostly you don't know who's looking up to you. You have to watch what you do, especially out there, because these young kids are even looking at you.
You're right.
That's it. I just wanted to say hi, Michelle, and in Houston, Texas, we love you out here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for calling, and I appreciate you. I really do.
No problem. Have a good day.
All right, you too. 3343. Y'all is going in this comment section. He fought back. That's all that matters. Exactly. Hey, who am I speaking? Oh, this Andrea.
Yes, it is.
See, I remember some of y'all now.
I can't believe you got off, Michelle.
You can't? I can. I can believe he got off, but
I thought he was guilty.
Who said he's not? They just mean legally they can't hold him to what they were trying him for. So I mean, let him go.
So do that mean they kill him off the empire then? Will he keep his job?
You gotta ask Lee Daniels that. I don't know.
What about the two boys that claim they bought the stuff and did that? Do they get off too?
We don't know. All of this is just developing. It'll be interesting. Like, his family said the perpetrators are still out there. Are they gonna file suit against the two brothers? We don't know. They got the brothers, on camera buying the rope, doing all this stuff. So who's gonna face charges for this heinous crime? Apparently, I don't know that there was a crime at this point. Like, they're not trying him for lying, which is what the 16 counts were for. There weren't any charges for the hate crime. So, I don't know.
And Wendy Williams took her ring off now.
I heard, honey. We're not even gonna talk about Wendy right now. We're just gonna send up some love and light for our fellow gossip goddess, honey. I'm just gonna send up some love and light because she needs it right now.
Amen, Michelle. Thanks for taking my call.
Oh, thanks, Andrea. Have a good day. All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Caller 8363. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, can you hear me?
Wait a minute. Let me turn up the phone. Hold on.
I watch you all the time. I just have a question. Not a question, I have a statement. I'm originally from Chicago, and I'm a little bit confused because when I first heard about this, how can I put it? Like, I guess like this thing he did, like this ploy. I said, this is not my city. So people in my job are like, oh my God, can you believe what happened? I said, this man is lying. So of course, when the truth goes down and he really was lying and all the charges came, he might think that he's vindicated, but he is aware that right now the prosecution can go back and still file additional charges against him for other things. You know? They can. So if you are getting, you don't get caught for this, but I was always raised that you might not get caught for the big one, but you'll still get something. You might still get caught for something little. Just perfect example, OJ. He did what he did. He got off, but guess what? He still ended up jail. He ended up in jail over something stupid, for stealing some stuff that was already belonging to him back in the day, but it was something small, but he still did time for it, you know?
Right.
It makes people believe that it's like the guy earlier said, it's a narcissist and sociopath like behavior. People sometimes think it is really sad that they're invincible. So right now he's thinking, oh my God, I beat the system on top of the world. Let's see it escalate. What can I do next? It's sad, but it's true. He's gonna do something else. Let's say prosecution doesn't go back. I'm sorry.
I was about to say, let's play devil's advocate. You don't think for no way, no how that the police in this case framed him? I can't even say that with a straight face.
No, hell no. I'm sorry, no, hell no. I know for a fact when people said when I first heard about it, it said, oh, he was attacked. I was in Chicago that week. I know for a fact this didn't happen because the police were out that day because it was below 20-degree weather. No one was on the streets in Chicago that night. Yeah, him and his dumb friends, because they did this dumb ploy, they thought it was going to make sense, but you couldn't even be outside. Like all the homeless people, everybody, they were getting everybody rounded up because they didn't want, people were dying, this and that. So you want me to really believe a successful celebrity or at the plateau that you have, you decide at whatever time in the morning, you know what, I think I want to get some Subway. Wait, I get it. Sometimes we do want Subway, but there are so many different ways to get it. Why would you go out in the freezing cold to go get Subway? Now, Chicago, we know for a lot of stuff, but this racism, that's one thing we don't do. That's just not us there. We don't do that. And I do believe he owes our city an apology because he made us look even worse than what people already portray us as.
So do you think we'll ever get an apology from Jussie, or you think he's just going to go on and act like it's nothing? Like he's just not guilty. He didn't lie. He was telling the truth. Next case.
Honestly, Chicago, we're very personal people. So if he wants to, I don't know what Lee Daniels put this in his head, say, hey, do this so you can get more money in the future for movies. If they contracted this and he wants to keep on stay on that show and have the fan base that he has in the city, it's not going to happen. He will have to apologize. Because other than that, and even if he apologizes, I mean, hopefully, people, forgive and move on. That's America. You screw up and you say an apology and they give you another chance in life. That's just how it is here.
Yeah.
I personally believe he doesn't apologize. Nobody's going to give him a time of day. I didn't even know the man made music until after he got attacked. I thought he just made music on the show. I didn't know any of this. So maybe it gave him what he wants. People are now looking at him, but look at the cost though.
You're right.
You're a damn liar.
You're right. Oh, well.
Nobody walks around backpacks in Chicago. Nobody does that. Nobody.
It's gonna be. I just want to see what his next steps are gonna be. That's gonna be real interesting to me to see what if he's gonna come back to social media because he sat off all of this time. If he's gonna be back on Empire, if he's gonna start back touring, doing his music, like what is he gonna do next? That's gonna be interesting.
That's just I don't know. Of course, he has his fan base, and people actually think he's innocent. Just like people say R. Kelly innocent, and he got a damn fan base. I get it. People like who they like, but this was so severe. These guys, it is so crazy how it was so many fingers pointing at the truth, and yet he still gets off. That's insane to me.
Yeah, it's insane to me too. But I do believe that the police department dropped the ball. It was something like, internally they had some leaks. There was some internal investigations after that because they were like, how are all these news media, getting all these important documents before the prosecution's office? It's something that has to do with that. And maybe his attorney may have threatened to sue the police department. It's something. that we don't know, that we probably will never know, because they said the case was sealed. At least somebody said that the case was sealed, but we'll never know. So we'll see.
No, I'm looking at these comments. These people are really coming for me. I don't even live in Chicago anymore. I thought I was born and raised there. But okay. Jesus Christ.
Stay
I
in
live in
their
Florida
feelings.
now. I was just speaking from the city. But okay,
Well, they want this to be. They want this to be a celebration party, a Jussie is free celebration party, and I mean, I'm happy like he got off, but I mean, I don't know him, and I do think he lied. I honestly think he lied. Like,
and I agree with you. So the typical traits of a narcissist went to, because he got away with this. When he does something again, are y'all gonna celebrate that too? I'm just saying, he's gonna do something else.
Yeah,
it's simple. It always happens. He got away with this. This is gonna escalate. He's gonna do something else. It may not be tomorrow. It'll be further down the line. He's like, what the hell?
Right.
Really?
Well, he did apologize. He didn't apologize to everybody, but he did apologize to the LGBTQ community. So it'll be interesting to see how, of course they'll embrace him back because he'll always be a member. But they'll be celebrating tonight. They'll have a Jussie Smollett party hosted by Jussie Smollett. He'll be on the Pride just in the Pride parade celebrating. So everybody said it's an Empire celebration. I guess y'all still watch that.
I didn't know she was still on. I'm just saying. Okay.
Right.
Well, that's all I have to say, Michelle. I have to go back to work, and thank you so much for taking my call.
Oh, thank you so much for calling, and have a good day.
Well, thank you.
All right, bye. I'm going to take 2 more calls and then I'm out. Don't put the number in there anymore, C. Patterson. Thank y'all so much. Hey, caller 7898, you're on the line.
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
I'm good. Who am I speaking with?
This is Shauna from Maryland. I just wanted to call and say that I believe that ever since this case got started, something was fishy about it from the jump. Yes, the police probably dropped the ball, because before you bring anybody up on charges, you have to make sure that those charges are going to stick, that there's no loophole for that person to wiggle their way out of it. And I feel like at this point, something else is going on. Like you said, it's like the fact that Lee Daniels and all of these prominent people were surrounding this man in the beginning of this, and then we have heard nothing, like you said, from most of them at all. And then, like, just the whole situation of being him blaming this and trying to make it seem like it was mega people that attacked him. And it just seems like it's a whole big conspiracy, like something else is going on. And the fact that all of those charges were just dropped like that, I feel like it's somebody else behind the scenes that's pulling strings.
Of course.
Because for so many people to be on top of this case and all over it like this, there's no way in hell he should not have had one charge. That
or somebody have at least one charge, especially since the family is still saying, they're still seeking the perpetrators who did this injustice. So if Jussie's not going to be charged for lying, that means what? Does that just mean he's telling the truth? Now the Nigeria's brothers are going to be charged for the crime. Like, who's going to be charged? What's going to happen? They spent all this police time and man hours investigating this case, and there's nothing. There's no suspects, no nothing, nobody who lied, no nothing. Like, what's going to happen?
I believe that somebody political has something to do with this. I'm not going to say it's Kamala or somebody from out of those camps that he was messing with, but it just seems like there's a lot of craziness going on, because the man lied. We obviously caught you in a lie. You lied. It's certain things that they caught him in, the text messages.
And think about it. It wasn't just Jussie that lied or allegedly lied.
Yes.
It was his manager, the person he was on the phone with, the friend who called 911. I think at some point, if they prosecuted Jussie, they would have to prosecute all of those people alongside of him, because he wasn't the only one lying. So maybe that's it. maybe they, witnesses started to fall through the cracks. Maybe the manager wouldn't talk to him anymore or something. So,
right. Maybe some big people were going to be affected in this, and some big names were going to be called out, because everybody at first was saying that they felt like this was not just him.
Right.
This was a lot of other people that was involved in it.
Right.
And it sounds like it at this point. And Jussie being narcissistic as he is, I believe that he's definitely going to keep on playing this out as long as he can, playing the victim like he didn't do shit, like he didn't lie. And he's going to continue to try to, be on the scene. But Empire accepting him back and him being back on there, hell no. Because all them people that was on that set that was upset at his ass for lying and causing all this commotion, hell no, none of them people want to see his ass back.
But they were celebrating. They were celebrating. Hold on. The Empire Twitter went on Twitter earlier and said, hold on, let me pull it up real quick. And said,
of course they're gonna say that to save Lee Daniels' ass and to save the show. Of course you gotta look like you in support.
Right.
You gotta look like you in support because your money on the line too. All of their asses' money is on the line. You fucked up everything. You ain't gonna tell me that blow up that what's the name had on that set when he was gonna choke the shit out of Jussie for up there lying. And when he brought his ass back to the set,
Terrence Howard.
What's the name had on him? Yeah, no, I believe that they playing the game. They playing the game. They saying whatever the fuck they gotta say to keep their job and to keep shit looking like however they want it to appear.
Right.
That's what it is.
Right.
And it's definitely something fishy going on.
It is. I don't know that we'll ever know what it is, but it's going to be fun to watch how he recovers from this or what he says, moving forward, because now it's like we all looking at him like, we know you lied, but you got off. Good,
right. I wish he would just shut up and sit down, but his narcissism is not going to allow him to do that. He's going to stay on Front Street.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your input. You gave us some something to think about, child. Thank you so much.
All right, Michelle, you good.
All right. Bye-bye. Caller 8915, you are on the line.
Hi, Michelle. Hi, Chad.
Hey.
This is Eve the Weave.
Hey, Eve the Weave. How you doing?
I'm fine. I'm with the last caller. Something else is going on with this case. Something is not right. I always felt like it was a stunt. So the top cop to go all the way to Good Morning America in New York and do a whole interview, that didn't make no sense to me.
Was it the Anthony Guglielmi guy? I think that's his name.
Yeah, the superintendent. I didn't understand that. But remember, they said that he got handed his job. He wasn't picked. He was handed that job.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Something is going on. Yeah, something is going on with this case. For him to forfeit his bond, that right there doesn't sound right.
And the community service. And the community service. You know what I'm saying? They mentioned the community service and forfeiting the bond. So for people to say there was no deal, I mean, you just gonna give up $10,000 just and you not guilty? Okay, well, if you say so, but I think there was
sound like a payoff.
Yeah. I mean, it probably wasn't a technical plea deal, but there was some agreement, to walk away scot-free if we do this and you do this and blah, blah, blah. Okay, don't speak ill of this person. Don't do this, don't do that. And we both move forward and move on. And that's it. But I'm gonna want my money back. Exactly, Noir King. But I'm sorry, go ahead, caller.
Yeah. I'm gonna want my money back. Mm-hmm. And then we're not gonna go and rearrest the two boys because somebody got to take the fall for this. Mm-hmm. This can't just go on the cops and the cops didn't do their job. Somebody else has to take the fall because somebody got to be lying. Either the boys was lying or Jeffrey's lying.
Yeah. But
somebody's lying.
At the end of the day, we all believe that it's Jussie that was lying, but something happened that, the prosecutors can't prosecute for one reason or another. They found a loophole. The police must have lied about something, it could be one thing, that broke the case apart. The same thing with OJ and the glove and, the racist cop and all of those things. And it's like the world knew OJ killed his wife, but he still walked out of that courtroom, after a while. So maybe this is a similar situation. Like, they can't prosecute because the cops dropped the ball somewhere.
Yeah, something else is going on.
Yeah.
Something else is real fishy.
Right.
Because they took those guys' statement and then let them go.
Right.
How you go to Nigeria and come back in one day anyway?
No, they were gone for several days, remember? And Jussie was talking to them on the phone while they were in Nigeria. So they had him,
But if you know you committed a crime, why would you come back?
Exactly. And who paid for them to go?
Never came back.
Who paid for them to go?
Thank you.
So
I would have never came back. There's no way in the world I see this going on TV and I come right back and get caught right in the airport. That makes no sense.
Okay. Thank you, Jim Marie. I forgot. It's been a while, but they were in Nigeria for 2 weeks. So I feel like they left, right after the situation happened to let it cool down. Like we always say, it take a few days for something to be hot in the media. And then after that, the next big story comes and they bump you off the top. So basically they were gone until the heat, till the story died. And then they came back and, the police was waiting for them. So
I believe it. But I hear you have another caller. I would like to say hi in the chat. Hi, Michelle. I'll speak to y'all later on tonight because I know you're going to go live.
Yes. Thank you so much, Eve DeWeed. I appreciate you.
See y'all later,
All
guys.
Right.
Bye.
All right. Bye. I said I wasn't taking any more calls. I'm going to take this last call. Don't call no more. Y'all just don't know how to follow directions. No, I'm kidding. Caller 7044. Hello.
Michelle, it's me again.
Look at you. Okay, Dante. How you doing?
I just wanted to hear your voice again.
Aren't you sweet? After the chat that dragged you.
I was trying my best to chime in. I can't even type it fast enough before I get these comments. People are just, they're going in this comment section. But I was going to say, maybe possibly the two guys that were the perpetrators, maybe they had requested for a lawyer. And everything that they said is now not municipal in court. So now you can't do anything. You can't use their testimony.
Maybe. But, you don't think
that may be the technicality that's going on right now. Somewhere along the line, either Jussie Smollett asked for his lawyer to be present or they asked for the lawyer to be present. But either way, that's probably what the technicality is, and they cannot pursue anything from this point.
What's also going to be interesting is what the FBI is going to do about that letter. Because remember, they were claiming that
that's true.
It said, I'm looking at this article. The police superintendent also said that Jussie wrote that threatening letter that arrived 6 days before the attack. And they said, when in actuality, the FBI had not concluded who wrote the letter. So basically, I'm getting from this article that they're placing the blame on the police, for leaking information. So if the police saying to the news media that Jussie wrote it and there's no concrete evidence that he wrote it, and
there you go.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. That has to be it, Michelle.
Yeah.
That has to be it. Because none of that evidence should have been disclosed at all. I mean, can you imagine any trial that's out there, all the evidence is being displayed out on public view?
Right.
Then what is there to judge? You know what I'm saying? So I really think that something got out. It could be the evidence. It could be the fact that they asked for, some type of legal support that they didn't get during the time that they were being interrogated. It could be a number of things, but I stick firmly with the fact that he should be held accountable. He should be held accountable. I mean, at this point, he is blacklisted everywhere you go. He is not accepted in the white community, the black community, the gay community.
You think he's gonna be black? You don't think he's gonna be back, touring and singing his little songs again?
Oh, we shall overcome. He is not coming back.
I can't with you.
He might as well just go to an island and dig a hole because he is done. He is finished.
I don't
They don't
know.
even want to
You know, look,
God bless you, sir. I pray for you.
Even judging for the comments, you know, Jussie got a lot of fans. He got a lot of people out there who believe in him and who believe that, you know, he was set up by the police and who are still cheering him on. So I feel like he's gonna bounce back now.
Somebody say next caller. Okay, next caller. There's no more callers after me. I have the final say. Thank you.
See, right? You're the final call. Eve the Weed said he's gonna be black. You don't think he's gonna be blackballed? I don't either. But we'll see what happens. Let me go to the.
No, I really think that this is the end of it for him. I don't see him coming back. Just like Bill Cosby. I mean, as good as a reputation that Bill Cosby has in the community and throughout his career, up until the point where he was put on trial for all of those those sex allegations, the rapes and all that. He is not coming back. And the same thing with Jussie. His name has been marred.
Bill Cosby was about to be.
His name has been marred.
Look, Bill Cosby was about to retire anyway. Like he wasn't about to be touring nowhere. So it's not like, you know,
he was one smoke away. He was one smoke away from passing away.
I can't. I'm not gonna say that. I'm just saying he, you know, it's not like he was touring on a worldwide tour or nothing, but it's all good. But thank you so much for calling, Dante. I appreciate you.
Thanks, Michelle. Guys have a good day.
All right, you too. Bye.
All right, bye.
That was the final call. You said Cosby should not be in jail. I don't think he should be in jail either. I think he should be I don't know where he should be, but he should be somewhere, you know, maybe sit down and reflecting on what he allegedly did to those women. You said bye Dante plus Bill Cosby will be getting out soon. A lot of people gonna be getting out. I think Apollo getting out soon. Apollo getting out soon. Your name is Michelle too, Purple Jim. Oh, cool. Well, thank you so much. Hey, Juno C. Patterson. Thank y'all for moderating in the chat. Thank y'all for tuning in for this impromptu live about Jussie Smollett and his case being dismissed. Lovely Soul said, why not forgive Jussie when we are so forgiving of others? I'm not saying he's not forgiven. I'm just saying that you know, it's a more serious situation in that you try to get two entire communities to like fight against each other. I don't know. It just feels weird. It just feels weird. Like the whole hate crime aspect of it. You know, him trying to, you know, create this urgency or, you know, saying that these people were attacking him because he's gay or because he's black. And now you got these black people ready to fight for Jussie. They ready to fight for Jussie. And then we don't even know if he was telling the truth. And he not sorry. Exactly, Data. He not sorry for his actions. But, you know, we'll see what happens next. Thank you guys for tuning in today. I'll be back a little later. I have on closing. But in the meantime, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and go visit straightfromtheA.com. I think I'm going to write about Phaedra today. That's what I was getting ready to write about. Where is Phaedra? Where is Phaedra? You said it's sad. The police suck and they know it. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, you guys.